If you've been following TK or sports news, you are most likely aware that one of our alum has been recently signed on to a Major League Baseball team. I am here at AT&T Park to get the scoop. That's right, Joe Biagini, TK alum of 2008, is now a pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. Mr. Maimon and Mr. Berry both had very fond memories of him, especially as he improved in baseball over the years.
While he was here at Kings, you would have never thought that he'd be a major league pitcher. Joe was tall, lanky, not particularly strong. I trained him in the weight room. Was a good baseball player, but nothing great. He didn't stand out. But one thing about Joe that is consistent is his incredible heart and his quirky sense of humor that I think is already becoming of legendary status in Toronto.
No, he played hard, he worked hard. I coached him for 3 years, and by his senior year he was getting more confident, and that was something that I was waiting to see, and actually went out and saw him play single A and was blown away at how competitive and how much of a bulldog he'd become.
Thankfully, Joe was in town recently to play against the Giants, so I caught up with him to talk about his path towards professional baseball. Did you ever imagine that you would play professional baseball?
I didn't really plan to have that actually come true. I kind of always hoped for that. I remember being at Kings and and I had to go through a couple years where I needed to decide if I really actually wanted to keep playing baseball, and and that kind of process of in those years were really kind of formative for me. So I'm certainly grateful, and I try to appreciate what God has given me every day, and I try not to lose sight of how great of a blessing it is.
How is it like living in Toronto?
That's true. I love Toronto. The people aren't very nice. No, I'm joking, but yeah, it's a great environment.
So the seniors are actually graduating in less than a month, and I was going to ask you, do you remember your senior quote?
Oh boy. I think I do. Is it you can only be young once, but you can be immature your whole life?
Yeah, so if you had opportunity to change your senior quote, would you change it now?
I would say you can only be young once, but you can be immature for most of your life.
Reporting for the Nightly News, I'm Jean Chen.